All right. This video is real simple because I had the question asked, so because I'm walking people from the beginning stages onto understanding this fully. Let's say you're in the United States, and let's say they ban the sale of gold. Let's say they ban the sale of XRP or Bitcoin or whatever, and let's say you have it, and you're like, Jesus, this is worth so much, but I can't sell it here. Look, it's something real simple. It's called going overseas. Let me explain to you how you do it with crypto and how you do it with metals. Okay, if you're gonna do it with crypto, large central banks in foreign countries will stake your crypto. That's just how it is. So if you have XRP and you have Bitcoin, start doing the research. I mean, like, I'll give you an example. Like, right now, El Salvador, Bitcoin friendly. Give you an example. Brazil, gonna be XRP friendly. Same thing with Mexico, they're gonna be a BRICS nation. So going to those central banks or just contacting them and say, listen, I would like to open up an account, have you guys stake my crypto. Stake the crypto is basically like you sign a contract with them that they hold your crypto. You're the owner of it, but they have usage of it and they pay you a quarterly, or depends how you work it out, monthly, whatever, like if you would, like a passive income off of it, almost like a royalty for using it. Now, you may be saying, Lou, but wait a minute, I'm in the United States, and if I have gold or that kind of stuff and crypto, whatever, and you tell me to go overseas, I'm telling you not to be a simple American anymore, because you can't afford to be. In this new global world, it's very possible that a person could be poor in America, but wealthy overseas. Why? Because the rules of money, the game changes. See, that's the thing most people don't understand. The reality is, I'll give you an example. In this place where I'm at, go own a penthouse. Go own a penthouse outright, cash. Have it, have a view of the ocean, have an incredible life, live like a fucking king, okay? It's not cheap, but nonetheless, you can still do it. In the United States, in New York City, even if I was to come with a 100% cash offer with suitcases full of money, I still have to get approved. My funds have to be verified. And it's up to the decision of the powers that be within the building and banking and everything in order for that to happen. So many people just say to themselves, why the fuck am I gonna do that? Go overseas. That doesn't happen. Medical care, perfect example. What are you gonna be using your money for? Food, overseas has food. Housing, overseas has plenty of housing. Medical care, overseas has medical care. I mean, the country that I am has Harvard University affiliated medical center. You get top of the line care overseas without all the bureaucratic HMO bullshit. So let's say, for example, I come here and I got $1 million in XRP, okay? And I tell the bank here, listen, I'm looking to stake it with you. I walk in, I speak to one of the bank representatives and say, I want to speak to somebody in their, private client department, and go from there. I stake it. They pay me. They pay me in a foreign currency into a foreign bank account that I use to live overseas. Do you get it? Just like if I hold real estate overseas and I rent it out, that rental income in foreign currency goes into a foreign bank account and gives me money that's contrarian to the dollar. So this way I'm insulated from the cycles of what the dollar is going through. It's not hard if you understand that the people that run the money game, they don't think I'm an American. They think like, if you would, how do I take advantage of the rules of the money game? Like, it's a totally different thing. They're not thinking about it that way. Look, it's pretty simple. In order for you not to just survive on a can of fucking beans, living in a trailer park, hoping that the chicken apocalypse doesn't wipe you out. If you want to push past that, there are countries in the world that are not going to have that. Like, I'm in one of them, and I have my reasons for that. There are other countries out there that, at the end of the day, offer the opportunity for me to get around a lot of the things that America is putting, the rules they're putting on people. Now, you have to understand, there's nothing unlawful or illegal as far as like going overseas, banking, staking your crypto, buying real estate, having, a passive portfolio, going to a foreign bank account. There's nothing illegal with that. At the end of the day, it's actually kind of smart. So if people really want to understand that game, yeah, that game, that's the one that's gonna save you. You can have your gold, your silver, your XRPs and all that stuff, yes, but you have to understand, you might be living in a failed state for a while. Look at the people in Venezuela. A lot of the wealthy there had to leave in order to continue to exist at their standard of living. Many prospered because they didn't just stay there like, oh my God, what am I gonna do? That's the whole thing. Like for me, in the end, I prefer not to be part of the whole drama of America. I love my country. I really deep down 1000% feel that the United States, what it was built on, what it stood for, was an amazing creation of humanity. There's never been anything like it. But that being said, we ain't the same fucking country no more. So why am I gonna ride it out for? What am I gonna ride and die for? For fucking people that don't, no. America's gotten bizarre world. So there are opportunities out there. Listen, I'll give you a funny example. You cook some stocks in the market over there, you make yourself a good chunk of money, no big deal. You come down here, you find yourself, not just this country, many other countries, you find yourself a piece of property, you put down, I don't know, 70, 80, 90,000, 30,000, 40,000, depends on what you're buying, the level of it. Usually around 30%. And the local banks here, they'll finance you for the rest, which any dumb day trader can pay. And you're not part of that whole property tax hike bullshit that, your home got appraised for more. You didn't do nothing, but now you got to pay more to a bunch of people that if you call those politicians, they won't take your phone call, they won't answer you, they just fuck you over. Yeah, I'm done with that shit. I've been done with it for a bunch of years. If I didn't get taken back, I wouldn't be back. I don't agree with the system that's up there. It's designed to fuck you every step you take. And unfortunately, that's not something that I like to get. I don't like getting fucked over by fucking assholes that at the end of the day, all they want is for you to be in eternal serfdom. Fuck that. So, that being said, your crypto, central banks in other countries that are on the BRICS network, you can take your XRP, XLM, yada yada, and say, hey, listen, I have all this XRP and XLM. Will you guys pay me to stake it with you? And they'll be like, yes, we can. Guess what? There's your solution. As far as gold and silver, it's heavy. That's more for barter and after crisis buying. But you could always take 1 ounce of gold, drop it in your pocket, head over to the Bahamas and exchange it at the local bank there for any currency. You can buy foreign currencies overseas very easily. In the 50 states of the United States, tell me right now, in 5 seconds, if you needed to buy foreign currency right now in your hand, where do you go to? 1, 2, 3, 4. You get it? It's designed for you to go broke and fucking die. Out here, I could buy any currency in the world. I go to a bank, I can buy whatever the fuck I want. Whether it be euros, francs, yuan, I could buy anything, physically hold it in my hand. You understand that? I could buy gold, I could get fucking diamonds, I could get whatever I want. Do that in the United States. You can buy gold, you could do that, it's heavy, but you gotta exchange it for something. What are you gonna exchange it for? Worthless dollars? Listen, at the end of the day, you have to have an open mind, because you can't be insulated just in the town that you live in, or the city that you live in, or the state that you live in. Get the fuck out of that. That's gone, that's a road to poverty. Listen, for people that live in the southern states that are close to Mexico and the Caribbean, it makes life easier for you. Think about it. You take 3 or 4 coins of gold in your pocket, which is legal to travel with. You go overseas, you sell it, and you have a local bank account. And guess what? Now you have foreign money that has higher value than the United States, and you can use that money for medical care or whatever. Maybe you decide just to get yourself a place to live down there. Why ride out the chicken apocalypse? See, I'm one of these kind of people. I don't want America to have a civil war and have violence. I don't want Americans killing America. That's fucking stupid. I do believe the solution is when every American starts to go through hard times and starts to go hungry, they're gonna go, I'm not participating with this bullshit anymore. That's what I want. I want motherfuckers to wake up and go, holy shit, we got fucked. I'm trying to tell you how not to get fucked legally, so this way you and your family don't have to suffer. Think about it. Are your kids in a private Christian school? Think about that one. Because down here they're dime a dozen. Dime a dozen with the kind of people you want educating your kids. Money has different values in different parts of the world. You have to understand that. It's just one of these things. Us Americans have been fooled into thinking that the American way of living is the right way of living. America is a fifth world fucking slum. If you don't believe me, travel the world and you'll see. Take a subway ride on Chicago or San Francisco or New York City and then compare it to the metros around the world. Go to the airports. Go to the fucking hospitals. Not for nothing. Remember a couple of months back, my old man had to go to the doctor. He had to go to the hospital. He had a heart condition. And I had to go through the emergency system with him. And I had a moment at that point. I remember calling somebody up. And I said, you know what's the fucked up thing about America right now in New York City? It doesn't matter how much fucking money I fucking have. I make more money than the doctor. Okay? Than the fucking chief of staff there. It doesn't mean a fucking thing. Rich man, poor man, you go through the same fucking doors and you're waiting in the same slum emergency rooms. And you know something? We're all God's children. But if you struggle, hustle, and kill yourself in order to make a higher standard of living, it shouldn't be that you suffer and go through these wild things where you have crazy homeless people next to somebody that dedicated his life to make money. That was the thing. You couldn't pay your way out of that. Yeah, later on you get the private suite and all that bullshit and the private nurse and all that stuff. But that's America for you. It's become that type of a slum. What do you have to become? The fucking president not to get treated like that? Oh, I'm sorry, that doesn't happen anymore. He gets treated fucked up too. What I'm trying to tell you is get your head out of thinking only America. Because at the end of the day, everything from prescriptions to your home values, to the way your children are raised, to just the quality of your life, we've all been lied to. We've all been fucked over. At the end of the day, you and I both know, if you see what I see, you know what the fuck has been happening. So, everybody wanting to know, how do you use your XRP gold and stuff like that in the future? Now you understand. Get your passports. I'll say that again, get your passports. Think about it. How many fucking people in this audience knows the batting average, the most valuable player for their local sports team, all the great games and highlights, but don't speak a second language? Learn it. You got technology at your fingertips. You understand you travel around every day with a fucking supercomputer in your hand? There's no excuse. There's none. There's no excuse. I love everybody. Really, at the end of the day, you got Americans right now that got jobs, that are working hard, that can't afford to even fix their fucking teeth because of the high cost of dental care. Like, do you understand? Like, it doesn't make any sense. It doesn't. That doesn't make any sense. My fucking dentist here, she's a dentist from Miami. She's a US dentist. And she cracks up all the time when I tell her, like, the difference. She says, yeah, I can make more money there. She said, I'll be paying way more money. She said, I'd rather be here having a high-end clientele, making a good living, and at the end of the day, I'm helping people. Think about that one. I can go on and on and on, but please understand something. The value of living in America is over. Healthcare, food quality, safety, freedom from, persecution from whatever the fuck you're into or like or follow or whatever, all this kind of stuff. It's like, I know I went on a tangent, but understand something. Your money is your life, and then it's your lifestyle. So if you want to talk about money, you have to think about, okay, how do I incorporate it with my life and my lifestyle? I'm sorry, at the end of the day, America was a beautiful dream. Unfortunately, people are waking up. So, I don't know how YouTube's gonna take this video. Neither do I give a fuck. Love you, motherfuckers. Please learn. I'll see you guys. I a little bit. Who knows? I'll probably come back.